Hi Greenway fans, Rick Dickson coming to you. Hope everybody's well out there this week in Tulane Greenwave land. It's been busy as usual around here. Full gear into all of our spring sports. In fact, many winding down. Hopefully you've heard the news about our women's golf team for the second time winning Conference USA. Both our men and women's tennis teams are currently on the road competing in the conference tournament. Baseball continues through its campaign here this spring. With a busy schedule. I believe we're in the top three right now and need to close well down the stretch. It's also that time of the year where we get out and see a lot of you across the state and across the country during our spring fund drive, and your opportunity to assist and support some of the great young men and women that I'm fortunate enough to work with here at Tulane, the student athletes of Tulane. And remember TAF, remember the annual fund and your support that goes directly for these young men and women, and remember Tulane. In the Tulane Fund overall, so you can help many areas of the university. But I want to ask you to keep those young men and women in mind. We had a wonderful spring series of events with our second Tulane Golf Classic that was a sold-out event at English Turn here recently, which in turn does benefit these young men and women. And also our second annual 5K fun run that's also support for student athletes. It gave a lot of you came and joined us. We had nearly 600 runners that day, along with our student athletes, and a lot of you from around the country sponsored us. Proud to tell you that I improved my PR from over 45 minutes last year down to just under 30 minutes. So I've made some strides this last year. Other things going on. They tell me there's a little national news out there. One of the national college basketball writers, senior writer for Fox Sports, Jeff Goodman, caught wind that I was on the road this week helping or assisting our new men's basketball coach, Ed Conroy, in recruiting class. As you know, we hired Ed last week, and in the middle of him putting together a staff, I volunteered to see what my recruiting skills were and go out there with him. I've got to tell you that I tip my hat to all of our coaches, because it's one is they travel around the country and into these schools and homes and really do a phenomenal job of representing us. Having experienced it and been part of it and accompanied Ed in this, I can tell you firsthand they do a wonderful job. All of our coaches do in representing Tulane out there around the country. Tulane around the country has a great reputation, and so it's fun to be able to make those connections and begin building those relationships with the young prospective student athletes and their families in terms of teaching them about Tulane. Check out that article that's connected or linked to our blog here, and you can see the recruiting side of me on behalf of Tulane basketball this last week. Look forward to talking to you. See you next week.